name is Frankie and I create content on development, lifestyle and faith, and today's video is talking about my top tips to boost your productivity and to increase your output. And I think this is such an important video. Sometimes, we don't know how to plan and structure our days, so I'm hoping that this video will give you some tips and tricks and how to do so. And especially as we are in lockdown, the days just seem to be going into the one into the other, and so it's nice to have some structure and some solid plans about the things that we want to achieve and some of the goals that we have to kind of write down and make sure that we're taking incremental steps to achieve them. So my first tip is that Google Schedule is your friend. So my friend, shout out to Ashton, she is someone who is super busy. Like, she has so many projects going on, she has a full-time job, and I was just like to her, sis, like how do you organize yourself? Because I'm used to writing my plans and my to-do list on paper, in a planner, in a diary, but I wanted something a bit more like organized, something with an hourly breakdown. And then I asked her and she was like, yeah, I use Google Schedule, and she schedules things in. So she schedules in phone calls, she schedules in, her projects. And I think that is so important, because when you schedule in advance the activities that you have to set up for the week or the month, for example, you can know where your time is going to and where you can cut back to ensure that you can work on other projects. So it's important to kind of take an evening out or time out of your day to kind of sit down and plan your week in advance. Okay, what meetings have you got on? Your work shift. Okay, important emails, important documents, important projects that you're involved in. It's so important that you plan, because you will just find that the day has gone without you really kind of achieving any of the things you set out to do. Google Schedule allows me to keep on top of things whilst allowing me to make the most out of my day. Without a schedule, it's so easy to find yourself all over the place. So I would definitely recommend using Google Schedule. Plan. My second tip, guys, if I'm looking at my laptop, it's because I have to write some things down because I don't want to miss anything. Okay, so my second tip is productivity apps. So my favorite productivity app at the moment is Study Break. So Study Break is an app where you can set a timer to have time dedicated to focus work, and you can also set times for your breaks as well. And I think sometimes it's so important to kind of have that kind of motivation or something that's monitoring the time you spend on your work, because a lot of us, we don't really do focused study or focused work. There's so many things going on. We're so distracted that we find that we will drift on to doing other tasks. So you have a project that you should be working on, but you're checking your email or you're going on YouTube. Like, that is deducting important time from work. So for me, having an app like that just allows me to know, okay, this is my break. I can check emails here. I can look at other things here, but the time set for work is focused and dedicated work, no distractions. And so it just allows me to kind of keep focused and allows me to monitor the work that I'm doing as well. So I think that this app is super, super good. I started using it when I started around the time, like during my master's, because it was getting to the point that I was doing a master's degree and I was at one point doing my dissertation and my full-time job role, and I was like, I need to schedule some time in for some focused work. I need to be super careful to make sure that like each time is allocated appropriately, and this app allowed me to do so. My third tip is to get yourself an accountability partner. I think sometimes, like, when we start the year, we're like, we're going to achieve our goals, we're going to make sure we do our to-do list. We're so motivated, we're so hyped, we can be our own cheerleader. But then towards the end of the years or couple of months in, we're like, okay, I'm not feeling as motivated. Oh, I don't feel like doing this. Oh. And it's fine to have breaks. I'm not saying don't have a break, don't have a rest. But when you're feeling demotivated and you know that actually I should be doing this work, actually I should be completing this task, this is where an accountability partner comes in. Because having someone to hold you account to the projects and goals that you said that you were going to achieve, or the things that you said you were going to do today, is so important, because you will think twice before you go off track. Because at the end of the day, I have to tell someone what I've done in my day, what task did I achieve that I said that I wanted to achieve, and is there room for improvement. So it gives you that kind of pressure, and it's like a good pressure to kind of make sure that you continue to do focused work. And I think it's important to have people around you who can push you and motivate you to achieve your goals, because let's be real, we're not always going to be 100% motivated, like, yeah, let's get this, let's do this work, because it can be, you know, it can be tiring, it can be a lot, you know, we're not always going to be motivated or inspired to do so. But sometimes having an accountability partner to kind of encourage you along the way is so important. And goals don't happen unless we take incremental steps to achieve them. And so it's so important that you have someone who can regularly check up on you to make sure that you are taking these incremental steps. My fourth tip has to be sleep. Sleep. And I think towards the end of 2020, I realized that I was doing myself a disservice if I wasn't getting enough sleep, because that lack of sleep would impact the rest of my day. And so productivity does not equal overworking and burnout. That is toxic. That is not a healthy mentality to hold or to have. It's important you get your recommended hours of sleep. Because let's be real, you can't pour from an empty cup. Sometimes I have to even tell myself, look, Frankie, okay, you've worked really hard, you're working hard, you need a break, you need to rest. And I find that when I don't rest, consequently, my work is lacking. It impacts on my work. So it's important to rest. It's important to sleep. It's important to take care of yourself. Taking care of yourself is productive. And I think it's important that we remember that in this time where we're living in hustle culture. You have to be working 24/7. And while you're sleeping, I'm working. That mentality isn't healthy at all. You can take breaks, you can rest, and you can still be productive. So yeah, do not subscribe to these toxic mentalities that tell you that you have to work 24/7 without a rest, without a break. It's not healthy. It can lead to burnout. And actual fact, you'll probably find out that you'll be even more less productive than you would be if you actually rested. Okay, my fifth and final tip is delegating work. Now, this is something I've had to learn, because I'm someone who's like, oh, I can do it all. Yes, I can do it all. I can do it all. You know, I'm just going to schedule it in. I can do this all, that task, that, this, that. And sometimes we actually don't have the time to do it all. And guess what? It is okay. It is completely fine. Learning to delegate your work is so important. Sometimes you have to understand that you can't do everything, and actually some people may be better suited to the task that you want to do. So it actually might be better, and actually to your benefit, to give it to someone who's more skilled or more equipped in that area. So when you can, it's important to delegate tasks, delegate work to team members and colleagues when you can. And this improves your productivity, and it actually allows for your goals to be achieved a lot quicker. So delegating is your friend. Don't run away with it from it. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you, unproductive. It just means you're using your time effectively and you're thinking ahead. But anyway, guys, that is just a short video on my top tips on how to be productive. I know that we are in lockdown and it can be demotivating. So hopefully these tips will help you to kind of get back on track and help you to kind of keep focused. Again, if you have any question, guys, put it in the box below. Ask questions, leave a comment, subscribe, like, and share this video with someone who is trying to be more productive and is struggling, because I believe these tips will help them and it will allow them to put things in place to allow them to achieve their goals and the daily tasks that they've set for themselves. So I hope you enjoyed this video and see you guys. Bye.